Okay, so let's start the group discussion today. And the rules of GD. There's an introduction part, there's a body part, and then there's a conclusion part. In the introduction part, we have couple of lines, couple of structures. And if we follow that structure, then it is very easy for us to, participate in group discussion. I tell normally that structure before every GD. So I'm telling you that again. Structure is like you will tell something like good evening friends, good morning friends, my name is Pawan and I start the discussion here. The topic given for the discussion is this. In my opinion, this is a very, very interesting topic, relevant topic, philosophical topic, some name you have to give in my opinion, and then you have to tell something about the topic. Maybe you can define the meaning of that word, maybe you can give the direction to the discussion. Introduction the main thing is to give the direction to the discussion, telling others that on what direction the discussion should go, telling others that how discussion should proceed. That is the purpose of introduction. So you need to basically take the discussion in that direction, right? So practice it. What makes you pass GD? Number 1, talking. Number 2, listening others and participating. Number 3, giving relevant points. Number 4, not unnecessarily obstructing the discussion. इससे पास हो जाओगे. What makes you not pass the GD? Not speaking. Certainly you are out. Second, speaking but just talking unnecessarily, not sticking around the topic. Irrational discussion, not relevant discussion. Then you are out of it, right? So this is how you need to think of. Let me give you a topic now. The topic for the today's discussion is role of opposition in democracy. Role of opposition in democracy. Think for it and then we go for it. Role of opposition in democracy. Okay, so I think now we can start, and I start with Prashant Jain. Prashant, please proceed ahead.
Yes, sir. So, good evening, friends. My name is Prashant Jain, and I have the opportunity to start the discussion. The today's topic is role of opposition in democracy. So I think the opposition plays a very crucial role against the government because it is like a competitor in a game, and if government does not perform its intended function, then may the leader who are in power may get lose their seats and opposition will come in power. And the opposition basically also criticize the wrong decisions taken by the government. Uh, and now I will allow all of you to participate in the discussion. Thank you.
Yeah, Pavan, please go ahead. Pavan, unmute yourself.
Sorry, sir. As everyone know that weak opposition and irresponsible government can be a recipe for disaster. So हमारे यहाँ जो opposition government होती है उसकी democracy में बहुत ज़्यादा need होती है. Opposition जो होता है वो government की accountability better एक तरीके का better alternative होता है government के लिए, and ये check करता है कि जो present government है वो अपने constitutional के अंदर work कर रही है कि नहीं कर रही है.
Prashant is there? Sorry, Pavan, you're there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is over.
So I would like to others also discuss on this topic.
Okay, now Urvish.
Yes, sir. Good evening, friends. My name is Urvish, and I would like to take the initiative to start today's discussion. Friends, the topic which is given to us for today's discussion is role of opposition in democracy. Friend, I believe this topic is very relevant topic for all of us, as we are living in the biggest democracy in the world. Now, I would like to define some points. What is, first of all, opposition party, or what is opposition? Basically, it's a democracy. So the party which lose the election by some seats basically does the role of opposition. Being an opposition party doesn't mean that they always have to oppose the ruling party, but they really play very important role in maintaining some good behaviors from the ruling party. In my opinion, they behave as a feedback system. Basically, it can be a positive feedback system or a negative feedback system. If a negative feedback system, then it would be really helpful in the growth of the nation. Friends, I believe you all are having some very relevant points to put forward in today's discussion. So I would like to invite all of you to bring your valuable points here. Okay, let's go forward. Thank you.
Okay, Ankit, please go ahead.
Hello, good evening, friends. My name is Ankit Singh. I'm glad to start the discussion. Friend, the topic for discussion is a role of opposition in the democracy. In my opinion, the today's topic is quite relevant to everyone, and I believe that the opposition in democracy is like the rival which keeps pushing the ruling party to its limits to perform better. And also, a good opposition is necessary to maintain the balance in a country. Otherwise, it won't be a democracy anymore. It will become a dictatorship. Thank you. And I invite all of you to participate in the further discussion.
Okay, now Varun.
Good evening, friends. My name is Varun Avasthi, and I'm glad to be given the opportunity to start today's topic, today's discussion. The topic given to us today is role of opposition in democracy. And in my opinion, this is a very important topic and of current relevance. And I believe that opposition are like critics. Like, while the elections, they are the party's rivals. But after that, they are like critics. And we do need critics to keep our views in check. They provide another perspective. And the opposition also needs to be constructive, because most of the opposition will just discourage all the bills. So I invite all of you to please participate in the topic. Thank you.
Yeah, Vivek.
Good morning, friends. Good evening, friends. My name is Vepal. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to introduce the GD topic among all of you. Our today's GD topic is role of opposition in democracy. मेरे हिसाब से जो एक कंस्ट्रक्टिव फीडबैक हमको प्रोवाइड करती है जो अपोजिशन है, अगर हमने एक रूलिंग पार्टी ने कोई भी डिसीजन लिया, जैसे अग्निवीर स्कीम लॉन्च करने का डिसीजन लिया, तो उसके पीछे जो उन्होंने अपने पहले लाई थे कि सिर्फ हम 22 साल एज लिमिट रखेंगे, उसके बाद जब लोगों ने अपोजिशन पार्टी ने अपने व्यू पॉइंट रखे कि किस हिसाब से ये स्कीम सही है या नहीं है, तो राइट डिसीजन या राइट स्कीम इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए एक अपोजिशन की रिक्वायरमेंट होनी ही चाहिए कंस्ट्रक्टिव फीडबैक के लिए. एंड बाय दिस आई इनवाइट ऑल ऑफ यू टू participate in the meeting.
Okay, so I think everybody has participated now. Everybody has introduced.
Yes,
And now we reach the second stage, which is the discussion among all of you. So that's second stage will be for 10 minutes approximately, in which you have to listen to others, give your own points. Please unmute each one of you and participate so that we can reach some kind of conclusion at the end. Prashant and Pawan, please unmute yourself so that we can start it. So now please go ahead and start your discussion.
Okay, friends, we all have first of all discussed that the role of opposition is very important, very important. As I mentioned that, in a plant or in a process, in a factory, basically, there is a feedback element is very important. We all belong to the gate. We all know some kind of some or less control system also. So we all know how important the feedback is. If the feedback is negatively fed, so then it will maintain the output. And if it is positively fed, so it will make the output unbounded. System will be unstable. Okay, and that is what we are talking, that if an opposition party is measuring very well the behavior of the ruling party, if they are mentioning the defects in the policies which they are bringing, which is basically not in helpful to the people of country, so then it will be really helpful. But if opposition party is losing the stand, if they lose their integrity, so it would be very dangerous to the democracy. This is my opinion. And all I want to say is the role of the opposition in democracy is very, very important.
yes. Here I would agree with Urvesh. As he mentioned, feedback is very necessary to keep the position in check and see where the government is going and what the policies. Here, I would like to add that according to, a good opposition is equally important as a good ruling party. And if the rival, given the opposition or rival, is not good enough, then who is going to push the ruling party to its limits to perform the best that it can? Right?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, I agree.
Yes,
with
I completely agree with both of you. And
Yes.
I completely agree with Urvish's point that the opposition party needs to maintain its standard integrity. Because if they just start discouraging each and every bill, they will soon lose their credibility. So no one would listen to them further, even if they speak the right points.
Yes.
I would like to add some point that sometimes the opposition party also criticize the right decision taken by the government, so that it may मतलब जो रूलिंग
I
पार्टी है
understand
उसकी इमेज को
but
खराब कर
not
सके
totally.
उसके
Here,
लिए भी
as
वो
you
राइट.
said, the opposition also questions the right decisions. But
Yes.
until we not questions the question, what is the decision, and we not question the question itself, how would we know the decision is right or wrong without
Yes,
asking
yes,
questions about it? Yes.
yes, absolutely.
yes,
नहीं,
if
अगर
because
अगर
some
अपोजिशन पार्टी नहीं होगी तो हम डेमोक्रेसी कंट्री नहीं रहेंगे, हम डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री
It will be a dictatorship.
अगर हम
Yeah, it will
चाइना को
become
एग्जांपल में
dictatorship.
and also I want to
चाइना को
bring,
हम एग्जांपल में
yes, and also I want to bring one point that if a ruling party is really bringing some policies, very good policies, so opposition parties should come forward and appreciate them also. That is also very important. That their job is not always oppose them.
They
Okay.
they do some unethical works to keep
Mhm.
to get in the place of the ruling party sometimes, but it happens everywhere. It cannot be controlled by some persons. It is common human nature, but we should take the positive points here.
Yes, yes.
मतलब कंस्ट्रक्टिव फीडबैक देना चाहिए कि क्या इसमें हम बदलाव कर सकते हैं, अगर कोई पॉलिसी लाए हैं तो हम एक कि इसमें और कुछ भी ऐड किया जा सकता है।
Right.
जैसे अब हम किसान बिल की बात करें, जो रूलिंग पार्टी है वो किसान बिल लाई, उसमें कुछ अमेंडमेंट्स करने चाहिए थे, लेकिन अपोजिशन पार्टी ने उसका पूरी तरह से विरोध किया कि हम इसको हटा ही
उन्होंने प्लस
दीजिए।
पॉइंट्स को
कुछ
देखा ही
amendments-
नहीं, सिर्फ नेगेटिव पॉइंट्स को दिखा के पब्लिक को भड़काया, और आप जानते ही आगे क्या हुआ।
हाँ हाँ एब्सोल्युटली। क्या है कि कोई भी पार्टी हो, चाहे फिर वो अपोजिशन हो चाहे रूलिंग हो, अपन पार्टी को ध्यान में तो यही रखना चाहिए कि देश का जो है वो
ये अल्टीमेट टारगेट
डेवलपमेंट
तो
हो,
वही है
तो
ना,
उसके हिसाब से पॉजिटिव पॉइंट्स को भी देखना चाहिए और पूरी तरीके से क्रिटिसाइज ना करते हुए कुछ अगर उनके पास अच्छे पॉइंट्स हैं देन दे कैन टेल टू द रूलिंग पार्टी सो दैट दे कैन इम्प्लीमेंट दैट।
Yes, yes,
And
Prashant.
because we do need another perspective, because sometimes the ruling party
ऑल्सो जो
will just think
गवर्नमेंट
from
होती
their
है जो
perspective, and there were certain topics that we will
ऑल्सो
not
जो
think about.
इंडियन सिटीजन्स होते हैं,
यस
Hello?
यस स्पीक।
हाँ, ऑल्सो जो इंडियन सिटीजन्स होते हैं उनके पास इतनी क्रेडिबिलिटी और पावर्स नहीं होती जो गवर्नमेंट को एकदम क्वेश्चन कर सकें। तो ऑल्सो जो अपोजिट पार्टी होती है वो हम लोगों के लिए, जो आम नागरिक होते हैं, आम लोग होते हैं, इनके लिए अकाउंटेबिलिटी होल्ड करती है कि वो हमारी तरफ से गवर्नमेंट को क्वेश्चनिंग करती है, जिससे कि गवर्नमेंट कहीं कोई गलत कदम ना ले ले, कोई हार्ड रूल्स इम्पोज ना करे हम पे जो कि बेनिफिशियल ना हो हमारे लिए। सो एक एक चीज वो भी नजर रखनी पड़ती है अपोजिशन को।
Yeah, opposition party protest publicly for us, maybe for to criticize the wrong decision or maybe for to take the right decision by the government which are beneficial for us.
Yes, guys. One statement I'm recalling right now that our former Prime Minister of India, Honorable Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, once said in his speech that सरकारें आएंगी और जाएंगी पर मेरा देश रहना चाहिए. He said something like this, and it really dictates that what's the crucial role the opposition plays in the democracy. That yes.
जो हमारे जो अगर हम मान लेते कि हमारे अपोजिशन है ही नहीं, जैसे हम चाइना में मान लें हमारा अपोजिशन उन्होंने एक तरह से डिस्ट्रॉय कर रखी है, तो अपोजिशन को खड़ा ही नहीं होने देते हैं। तो उस टाइम पे जो भी अगर चाइना करना चाहेगा कि हमारे फंडामेंटल राइट्स के खिलाफ भी जाके वो काम कर देता है, तो हमारे जो फंडामेंटल राइट्स हैं, जो सिटीजन्स के एक जो राइट टू लाइफ है या राइट टू, अभी हमने एक देखा था कि वो जो प्लेयर थी बैडमिंटन, शायद टेबल टेनिस प्लेयर थी, उसको उन्होंने हायरेस किया उनके नेताओं ने और उसके ऊपर कोई कार्रवाई नहीं, क्योंकि वहां पे एक डिक्टेटरशिप रूल है। तो जनता की आवाज को रिप्रेजेंट उन तक कौन कर पाएगा, ये अपोजिशन रोल प्ले।
सही बात है।
Yes, yes, Vivek.
Opposition party is like acting like questions from the public to the ruling party.
Yes, as
Yes,
Vivek,
yes.
Because if
as Vivek mentioned, I also want to add one particular country, that is North Korea. Mr. Kim Jong-un is a very famous person, and basically we have heard multiple stories that the citizen of North Koreans are sometimes not happy with the ruler, and we have seen that when there is no opposition, sometimes it gets very
yeah,
difficult
but
for the
there is if we take the opposition's suggestions, so that would not lead to protests and the chaos in the country which is happening right now, because due to that a lot of property is being damaged, so which in turn is causing a loss to the country. So all perspectives should be seen.
Yes, these are some unethical means they are residing to make themselves into the public and come into the ruling party. I mean, I agree with you that they shouldn't do it. It's unethical, right?
Yeah, but it is mostly performed. These actions are mostly performed by the youth of the country, not the ruling, not the opposition party.
I mean, yes,
Yeah.
youth are doing
Opposition
that.
party is
It's
like
not
a leadership.
always some random. It is always, many times it's a planned protest. It's not like
Yeah,
some
it's not
people are
like they are.
randomly coming into the grounds and burning things.
Yeah, it's not like they are coming up with the idea themselves. They are
Yes,
agitated by the company, by the party. And
we all know
even though
that
it is
youths
not in
are easily
official means,
agitated.
but we need to understand that.
Yes,
और हम ये कह सकते हैं कि ऑपोजिशन पार्टी को अपना पॉलिटिकल मोटिव को इतना प्रमोट नहीं करना चाहिए, उससे पहले जो उनकी मेन जो पर्पस होता है वो फुलफिल करना चाहिए, अपनी पॉलिटिकल मोटिव को
Exactly.
वही
आगे
तो
इतना
पॉइंट, वही पॉइंट है ना डेमोक्रेसी के भाई। दो पार्टी मिलके जब देश का भला करें तो वही तो पॉइंट है ना कि डेमोक्रेसी का। इट्स नॉट अ
क्योंकि
डिक्टेटरशिप
अगर
कि
तुम
हाँ एक
लगातार
पार्टी
अपनी
जो
पार्टी
सोच
की
रही है वही
तारीफ
सही
करते
है।
रहोगे,
यस,
तो
Indeed,
एक टाइम
yes.
बाद लोग तुम्हारी बातें सुनना बंद कर देंगे। क्योंकि अगर
Basically,
तुम कुछ कंस्ट्रक्टिव आइडिया दे रहे हो, तब फिर इंसान उसको एक्सेप्ट करेगा। अगर तुम सिर्फ अपना बोलबाला करते रहोगे, तो तुम्हारा क्रेडिबिलिटी बचा क्या? तुम्हारा कोई स्टैंड ही नहीं बचा।
yes, Varun,
Yes,
I
yes.
completely agree with you. Basically, opposition party, as I already mentioned, that they basically lost the election, but their main motive is to serve the nation. And basically, if they will maintain the integrity, so then basically they will serve the nation.
Mhm.
तो
The
ऑल्सो
entire,
आई वुड लाइक टू ऐड दैट ऑन पॉइंट, बिकॉज जो भी अपोजिशन पार्टी इंडिया में होती है वो ज्यादातर कंप्लीटली लॉस्ट नहीं होती, उनके फिर भी कुछ मेंबर्स ऑफ पार्लियामेंट होते हैं। सो उनके लिए ये चीज इतनी मुश्किल नहीं होती कि वो आइडिया को अपोज कर सके। दे हैव इनफ पावर, दे कैन अपोज द प्रेजेंट गवर्नमेंट, बट वो उसको जैसे प्रेजेंटली इंडिया में जो गवर्नमेंट वो जो करंटली अपोजिट पार्टीज हैं वो इतना फेवरेबल नहीं
Strong
करती, ना ही
नहीं।
कंस्ट्रक्टिव है इतनी, वो अपने पॉलिटिकल मोटिव को ज्यादा फॉरवर्ड रखती है दूसरे कामों के बजाय। सो वो बहुत गलत तरीके से होता है, उसका नुकसान काफी बार देखने को मिलता है। मैं जैसे काफी बार जो ये दंगे होते हैं, आग लगती है, गवर्नमेंट प्रॉपर्टी का नुकसान होता है, तो ये काफी नुकसान है जो देखने को मिलते हैं उसकी वजह से।
तो हमारे जो अपोजिशन है, हमको एक सेकेंड अपॉर्चुनिटी की, अगर हम प्रेजेंट गवर्नमेंट से अगर हमको अगले इलेक्शन में कुछ और चूज करना है, हमको किसी और को मौका देना चाहते हैं, तो हमको अपोजिशन या दूसरे किसी रूलिंग पार्टी के लिए हमको ऑप्शन प्रोवाइड करती है अपोजिशन, कि हम इलेक्शन में
एक बेटर अल्टरनेटिव की तरह काम आती है, जिससे कि एक तरीके से करंट गवर्नमेंट की मोनोपोली होने से भी बचते हैं।
Okay, are you done?
और इसके
So I think one of you can conclude the session now.
yes, sir. Friends, I would like to take the opportunity to conclude today's discussion. In my opinion, friends, we had a smooth discussion, and we reached the consensus that the role of opposition in the democracy is very crucial. And if the opposition is maintaining their integrity and doing the constructive criticism to the ruling party, then it will be very beneficial to the growth of the nation. And eventually they will serve the nation better. Thank you so much.
Okay, so let me now and give you the feedback. You see, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स हैं और इन टॉपिक्स के बारे में थोड़ा सा नॉलेज भी आपको होना चाहिए. Whenever some topic is provided to you, keep I have told you to keep a dedicated copy for that. And democracy, because India is the largest democracy of the world, so you should have some points. We all are engineers. We have not studied politics since long, but because we are citizen of this country, we should have some knowledge about the democratic system. और उसके बारे में कुछ चीजें आप कॉपी पे लिखेंगे, क्योंकि पता नहीं कौन सा टॉपिक रिलेटेड टू दैट मे बी आस्क्ड. So I did not find very good content from your side, I must say. Though you people have started speaking, I must say that Urvish spoke well in introduction, and his performance was better than others. But then all of you have spoken. I mean, Ankit spoke, Prashant spoke, Pavan said, Vivek, Varun, you tried, but that is not up to the level which is required. बातें खत्म नहीं होनी चाहिए. The situation should not come जहां पे ऑब्जर्वर को लगे भाई इतना सन्नाटा क्यों है भाई. वो देखा ना शोले मूवी का डायलॉग, वो नहीं लगना चाहिए यार, ऐसा नहीं लगना चाहिए. जीडी में सब चुप हो गया, अगर वो है तो मतलब गड़बड़ है. So that situation should not arise. You should listen to others and you should participate. Maintain high energy state in 15 minutes. 15 minutes होता है. It is a show of 15 minutes. For that 15 minutes, you have to maintain high energy state. In the body, in the language, in the gesture, in the posture. Even if you are otherwise lazy fellow, even if body wise or speaking wise you are lazy, but that 15 minutes you need to change, you need to restructure yourself, and you need to show that you are active guy. You need to speak, you need to listen, you need to do nodding, body, gesture, posture, everything. For that 15 minutes you have to basically transform yourself into a new creature which is required in group discussion, right? So that should be reflected. Now first I come to each one of you and then how it should be done. Prashant started this, I think Prashant gave the introduction, but Prashant could not speak much about the topic. He could not give any kind of direction. As I told you that content to tum sab logon ke paas missing tha. Content was not there with you. For that you need to write couple of lines in page about democracy. I will tell you how to do that. Some points I will give you, which you can basically note it down also. And these GDs will be uploaded on YouTube channels, new channel. I'll ask Manpreet to upload all these GDs on new channel. So where you can see your performance also. Daily basis, we will keep on uploading these GDs. And you can listen to this part, which I'm talking like what should be there. And that content will come to you. So Prashant later on said that opposition is agitating for us and for the people of India. So opposition is the representative of the people of India, something like that Prashant mentioned in the between. That was one point, relevant point, which I got from Prashant, but most of the other points were actually not very, very impressive. So Prashant, you need to speak, and format you need to stick, introduction, body and conclusion. And also try to rehearse with me that whenever conclusion is said, how you have to jump and conclude. I'm giving chance to each one of you to introduce, but there only one may be introduced. So you need to snatch the chance. And the good thing is people don't actually are that aggressive or not there. They are not still not that trained, so they will not speak. So you get the chance to introduce, and that will give you an edge. Pawan talked about, he said that weak opposition and irresponsible government. He started with one line which was good actually, and that line he started his introduction with. Later on he said that okay, accountability, these terms he used, accountability and all, and he mixed Hindi and English, and he talked about constitution and all. Accountability, constitution, so check and balance, so these are actually constitutional words. You should use these words. Listen to the videos which I am providing you. I'll provide you more videos also, and from there democracy के ऊपर make a strong basis, because democracy के ऊपर एक topic आ जाता है related GD में. Later on Pawan said Indian citizen cannot ask government, but Indian citizen can ask government. Indian citizen को agitation से कोई रोकता नहीं है. So that point was not a valid point, Pawan. Urvish gave good introduction. He could speak very well in the introduction, and he talked about opposition, role of opposition in that. So Urvish का format ठीक था, और बॉडी में भी उर्विश पार्टिसिपेट करता रहा, तो उर्विश का वो लेवल अभी आ रहा है जिसमें वो जीडी पार्टिसिपेट कर लेगा. इट कुड कंक्लूड आल्सो. सो कंक्लूजन में उर्विश ने, लेकिन बाकी लोगों का पॉइंट, सबके पॉइंट्स, ऐसा नहीं कि हर किसी के पॉइंट दो, बट यू हैव टू समराइज द थिंग्स एंड व्हाट ग्रुप हैज स्पोकन, दैट समरी शुड कम आउट. Ankit said okay, opposition is a rival. Actually opposition is not rival. It is not that they are rival. Rival is not a good English term. Rival is competitor, but opposition in parliament, it has a different role to play. It's a constructive criticism, and this is something which is a good role they should play. So I'll tell you that later on what is this. Good opposition is necessary, or else it will lead to the dictatorship. That was a good point from Ankit. Varun said okay, opposition is like they are critics and something like that, but Ankit did not mention, Varun did not mention much about what kind of critics and what kind of criticism. And criticism, yesterday we had a GD, criticism is of two types, constructive, destructive criticism, so those things were not done. Vivek talked about constructive feedback. Actually, it is not feedback, it is a criticism of the government and corrective measures of the government. Feedback नहीं देता, opposition को बताता है कि आप गलत कर रहे हो, तो that is how it is there. तो इस तरीके से विवेक ने अपना introduction किया था. Now, I'm telling you that most of you are not having the content of democracy. You should know that India is the largest democracy of the world. When we say largest, what is the meaning of that? Oldest democracy is US, but the population of US is very less. Population of India is approximately 140 crore now, and 18 years plus is a voter. So population wise, we are the largest democracy. We are the second most populous nation, but China is not a democracy. So India is the largest democracy that way, though it's a new democracy. हम लोग सबसे बड़ी डेमोक्रेसी हैं, लेकिन हम इमेच्योर डेमोक्रेसी हैं. अब ये वर्ड आपने यूज नहीं करना, इमेच्योर. इमेच्योर का मतलब होता है 18 साल का बच्चा अपने लिए शादी नहीं कर सकता, अलाउड नहीं है, लेकिन अपने लिए डिसीजन ले सकता है कि मेरा प्रधानमंत्री कौन होगा. तो दैट इज इमेच्योरिटी. एक्चुअली 21 साल से 18 साल कर दी थी हमने एज, तो 18 साल की एज में बच्चा डिसाइड कर पाएगा कि नहीं, दैट इज अ थिंग। एंड हमारा जो इलिटरेसी लेवल है बहुत ज्यादा है अभी भी कंट्री में, हम लोग डिवाइड हैं कास्ट में, कम्युनिटी में, रिलीजन में, रीजन में झगड़े चले रहते हैं। आप अपने आप को स्टेट्स में डिवाइड करते हो, वी डिवाइड अवरसेल्व्स इन स्टेट, आई एम पंजाबी, ही इज मराठी, ही इज तेलुगु, ही इज तमिल, एंड देन वी डिवाइड इन कम्युनिटीज, वी डिवाइड इन classes, we divide in. So diversity may not be strength always, we clash. So it is immaturity actually. So ours is the oldest, ours is the largest democracy but not very mature, so there has to be check and balance. Now what is constitution? Constitution is the main law of land. Kisi bhi country, any country is run on the basis of some rules, laws, and that book which is written only once in the history of any nation is called constitution of that country. In our case that was written in 1949 and it came into force in 1950, we became a republic. Now constitution has given the duty and responsibility to each organ of government, like legislature, executive, judiciary. Ab legislature is a parliament, and here we are talking about the opposition in the parliament. So in this topic you can say role of opposition in democracy. Friends, we will be talking this topic mainly for Indian context. Democracy तो world में कई जगह पे, we are not talking about America, we are talking about India. Democracy is in UK also, but their democracy is very mature democracy. तो मतलब यूके में आपने पार्लियामेंट हाउस देखा है? यूके का पार्लियामेंट हाउस कैसे बैठते हैं वो लोग, एक बार देखना, मजा आएगा तुम्हें कैसे बैठते हो। आमने सामने बैठते हैं, ये उर्विश बैठा है गवर्नमेंट का, ये मैं अपोजिशन का बैठा हूँ सामने, आमने सामने। यहाँ पे अगर इंडिया में बैठ गए तो थप्पड़ चढ़ पड़ेंगे यार, तो थप्पड़ मार देंगे एक दूसरे को, तो इसलिए दूर दूर उठाए जाते हैं, एक लेफ्ट साइड बैठेगा, एक राइट साइड बैठेगा। सो यू शुड सी टू मोर डेमोक्रेसीज इन द वर्ल्ड, एक यूके जहां से हमने ये सब लिया बिकॉज़ दे वर रूलिंग अस, एक अमेरिका विच इज द ओल्डेस्ट डेमोक्रेसी इन द वर्ल्ड। सो यू नीड टू बेसिकली टेक एग्जांपल ऑफ दैट आल्सो। अब इंडिया में पार्लियामेंट में लोकसभा एंड राज्यसभा है। यू शुड नो लोकसभा हैज 545 एमपी, 545 एमपी हैं, उसका 50% इज 273, 50% प्लस 1 273 हुआ। अब जिस गवर्नमेंट के 273 एमपी आ जाएंगे वो गवर्नमेंट बना देगी। नाउ देयर इज अ लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन आल्सो, दैट अपोजिशन पार्टी विच इज इन मेजोरिटी, जिसका सबसे ज्यादा अपोजिशन में आता है, जैसे अभी इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस है, 10% ऑफ द एमपीज, 543 का 10% हो गया 55 एमपी है, तो तुम्हें लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन का डेजिग्नेशन मिलता है। ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन ही ना हो, दैट मींस अपोजिशन वाली पार्टी बहुत ही वीक हो। अगर अपोजिशन बहुत वीक हो जाएगा, जैसा अभी चल रहा है, पिछली लोकसभा और इस लोकसभा में क्या है, अपोजिशन बहुत ही वीक है। अगर अपोजिशन बहुत वीक हो जाएगी तो गवर्नमेंट ऑटोक्रेटिक हो सकती है, डिक्टेटरशिप उसमें आ सकता है, गवर्नमेंट उसकी बात ही नहीं सुनेगी, बिल पास होते जाएंगे, बिना डिस्कशन के बिल पास होते जाएंगे। अब जैसे आप देख रहे हो दिल्ली के अंदर और पंजाब के अंदर आपकी मेजोरिटी है, इतनी मेजोरिटी है कि दूसरी पार्टी के एमएलए बहुत ही कम है, उनकी तो बात ही नहीं सुनेगा कोई, तो उनका अपना उस हिसाब से चलता रहेगा। तो अपोजिशन होनी चाहिए, अपोजिशन ऐसी होनी चाहिए कि वो स्ट्रांग हो। व्हाट डू वी मीन बाय स्ट्रांग अपोजिशन? 543 में इफ रूलिंग पार्टी हैज 300 एमपी, ruling party has 300 MP, they can make the laws and everything. So 243, 245 are from opposition. Now 245 is not a very small number, that also is a significant number. So opposition should be there and that should be strong. Why opposition is required? Because there has to be check and balance. On the government also there should be check and balance. Because you know, if 50% MPs are from government, then 50% are opposition also. That means 50% of the population of the country does not want this government. They don't want this government. There's a reason opposition is 50%, right? So people's voice should be heard. So a strong opposition should be there. You should know what is the meaning of strong opposition, and the role opposition should play is a constructive criticism. Now another problem is sometimes opposition criticizes for the sake of criticism. Role of opposition should not be to stop government from doing something good for the nation. Role of opposition should be on behalf of the people, because they are our representative. Ours is a representative democracy, right? Our representative, whether they are MLA or MP, they go to the parliament or they go to the legislative assembly, and on our behalf they make policies for us, they maintain the check and balance on ruling party. That is how they do it. Now the executive, which is ministers and all, whenever they make policies or decision or something, like recently, Agni Path, Agni Veer, that policy has come. Now, people of country should not agitate on the roads. They should not burn the trains. That is not good for the country. So if people are not happy, then this particular unhappiness or their point should be raised by opposition in the parliament. But government should bring that bill in the parliament. Debate and discussion should be there. One of the criticism of the government is that when this Agnipath was brought or this policy was brought, discussion was not done in the parliament. Now suppose discussion is done in the parliament, then government के ऊपर check and balance होता है. अब अगर बिना डिस्कशन के तुम कोई डिसीजन ले आओगे तो फिर लोग एजुकेशन सड़क पे करेंगे, वो गाड़ियां जलाएंगे. इट्स नॉट गुड फॉर द कंट्री एक्चुअली. सो गवर्नमेंट whatever role whatever policy government is to make, उसके ऊपर डिबेट एंड डिस्कशन चलना चाहिए and opposition should be given chance to ask questions from the ruling party ministers. So this is how healthy democracy should be there. So opposition, strong opposition basically plays a role of check and balance on the government. Otherwise government may go in the autocratic mode. The some section of the society may be left unheard. उनकी वॉइस शायद ना सुनी जाए. That is not good for the country. तो ये आपको डिस्कशन सारे का सारा इसमें करना चाहिए था, जो पॉइंट्स हैं आपके. पर ये भी बोलना है कि अपोजिशन का रोल क्या होना चाहिए. तो अगर इसका बेस्ट इंट्रोडक्शन मैं दूं तो ये होगा. Okay, good morning friends, my name is Urvish and I take the opportunity to initiate the discussion today which is given to us. So the topic which is given to us is role of opposition in democracy. Friends, we are in the largest democracy of the world and we are proud of it. And since we are in the largest opposition of the world, the largest democracy of the world, the democratic experiment in India has been very successful. Since 1947, we are running this democracy successfully. Their role of the opposition in democratic system is very, very crucial to run it successfully. Friends, I think we should discuss this topic in the direction of the role of opposition. What is the main role of opposition under the constitution? Their criticism, constructive criticism, why, how the opposition should behave, and what is the role of government towards opposition, and why opposition is required. And maybe we can give some examples also of day-to-day life of presently which is going on. We can give those examples also, and we will come out with a very good consensus and conclusion at the end related to this topic. So you can discuss like that. फिर आप बताओगे अपोजिशन होती क्या है, एक स्ट्रॉन्ग अपोजिशन किसको बोलते हैं. फिर आप ये भी बताओगे कि अगर अपोजिशन लीडर ही कोई नहीं है, मतलब दूसरी जो पार्टी है उसका 55 MP भी नहीं है, अपोजिशन लीडर ही नहीं है, तो भाई वो अच्छा नहीं चलेगा काम अंदर, नॉट बी गुड. तो अपोजिशन हेल्दी होना चाहिए. उसके बाद अपोजिशन है तो उसका काम गवर्नमेंट के डिसीजन को सपोर्ट करना भी है और गवर्नमेंट के डिसीजन को क्रिटिसाइज करना भी है. ऐसा नहीं कि फॉर द सेक ऑफ क्रिटिसिज्म हम क्रिटिसिज्म कर रहे हैं, वो नहीं होना चाहिए. और गवर्नमेंट का भी रोल है कि अपोजिशन को वो इन्फॉर्म करे, अपोजिशन के साथ डिबेट करे, अपोजिशन के साथ डिस्कस करे, कोई भी पॉलिसी लाने से पहले वो होना चाहिए. और हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में इस चीज को रखा गया है, तभी हेल्दी बैलेंस बनता है. तो सारे आप एग्जांपल दे सकते हो. जब शुरू में इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस बनी थी 1951 में, जब पहली लोकसभा बनी थी, आपको पता होगा उस टाइम पे हमारे जो पहले लॉ मिनिस्टर थे वो भीमराव अंबेडकर थे, वो कांग्रेस के नहीं थे. नेहरू ने उनको कैपेबल थे तो इसलिए लेके आए थे. और बहुत बार ऐसा हुआ कि अपोजिशन पार्टी से लोगों को इंपॉर्टेंट रोल दिया गया है. जैसे अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी को यूनाइटेड नेशन में भेजा गया था जब पीवी नरसिम्हा राव गवर्नमेंट चल रही थी, वो एग्जांपल आपको मैंने बताया है. और नेहरू जी चाहते थे उस टाइम पे कि अपोजिशन के लोग आए, अदरवाइज उस टाइम पे सारे इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस होता था. 545 के 545 एक ही पार्टी के हैं, तो अपोजिशन कहाँ पे है? दैट इज नॉट गुड फॉर द हेल्दी डेमोक्रेसी. अपोजिशन होना चाहिए, तो उस तरीके से होना चाहिए. अपोजिशन बहुत वीक नहीं होना चाहिए, लेकिन ऐसा भी नहीं होना चाहिए कि गवर्नमेंट वीक है. गवर्नमेंट शुड बी स्ट्रांग, अपोजिशन शुड बी स्ट्रांग. नाउ हाउ कैन वी से सर गवर्नमेंट इज स्ट्रांग इफ गवर्नमेंट इज इन फुल मेजॉरिटी, 300 MP, गुड. And how can we say opposition is strong? Opposition, one political party should have 150 MP, 150 उसके भी होने चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई साहब जो बीजेपी है उसके पास आगे 370 और दूसरी जो नेक्स्ट पार्टी है उसके पास 40 भी नहीं है, तो अपोजिशन स्ट्रांग नहीं है. That is not good for the country actually. All from my side. Now you want to ask or tell anything?
सर अभी अपना जैसा हुआ ना कि कंटेंट खत्म हो गया था, मतलब सब शांत हो गए थे. अगर ऐसा होता है अगर, तो फिर उसको क्या करने का मतलब?
उसको कुछ नहीं करना है, फिर ऑब्जर्वर बोलता है बात खत्म करो, बोलता है कंक्लूड करो। सो आपको ऐसा, और एक्चुअली में ऐसा होता है वहां पे, लोगों की बातें खत्म हो जाती हैं, बोल नहीं पाते हैं, तो उस टाइम पे आपको बोलते रहना है उर्विश, आपके पास पूरा टाइम होता है आपको मार्क्स अपने गेन करने का। तो यू कैन ऑलवेज टॉक, यू कैन आस्क द क्वेश्चन। मैंने बताया ना, अटेंटिव अगर रहोगे तुम, you can always ask a question. Okay friends, can anybody tell what do you understand by strong opposition? You can ask questions to others. That way also debate can go forward actually. Okay friends, let me give you example recently. ये तो तुम्हारे दिमाग में चीजें आनी चाहिए ना यार। जैसे अग्निपथ, आप सब लोग जानते हो आज की डेट में अग्निपथ में एजिटेशन चल रहा है। आप सब लोगों को पता है एजिटेशन शुड नॉट बी ऑन द रोड्स। Opposition of government's policies and decision, questioning of that should be done in the parliament also. So what is the role opposition is playing? And peaceful protest can be done, like now you know Congress party and all, they're sitting and asking and all. So you can always give examples from your own states, from your own life. Start thinking and start giving real life examples. They are very useful. If you do that, then it works, right? It comes with practice, I must say. But one thing I will tell you, that when you come for GD, that 15 minutes you should be 100% here, mentally alert, physically alert, and you have to say that 15 minutes to मेरे को show करना है बहुत अच्छे तरीके से. The way you go on the stage, the way you behave on a stage, I tell you, okay, now go on the stage and you have to perform. So you maintain energy level at that time, right? That is what you have to do in the GD also. Mentally you need to be alert actually.
सर अभी जो अग्निपथ का चल रहा है, फिर वो किसान आंदोलन का जो बिल पास हो गया था, अगर ऐसे एग्जांपल देंगे तो ऐसा नहीं होगा कि अपन नेगेटिव पॉइंट ही सिर्फ पुट कर रहा है कि हमारी जो अभी डेमोक्रेसी चल रही है उसके बारे में हम नेगेटिव बोल रहे हैं, ऐसा नहीं लगेगा?
नहीं तो आप उसको कैसे बोल रहे हैं? सुनो मैं बोलता हूँ उसके बारे में. See, friends, we know that there were Kisan bills were there. No, I must say that when these bills were brought, implemented, government should have discussed these bills in detail in the parliament, so that opposition parties' views should be taken. That is very important. And second, opposition parties should not oppose the bills only for the sake of opposing. Maybe that is good for a nation. So opposition parties should play a constructive role in that and inform people in the benefit of the bill also. अब मेरे को बताओ मैंने किसकी साइड ली? मैंने तो किसी की भी गलत साइड नहीं ना ली. मैंने तो ये नहीं बोला, मैंने बोला कि गवर्नमेंट को बिल लाने से पहले डिस्कशन डिटेल में करना चाहिए, अपोजिशन का व्यू लेना चाहिए. फिर मैंने बोला कि अपोजिशन को गवर्नमेंट की भी सपोर्ट करनी चाहिए अगर कोई अच्छी चीज है. बिल में बी गुड फॉर पीपल, बिल में बी गुड फॉर फार्मर्स, बट गवर्नमेंट शुड हैव, यू नो, अपोजिशन शुड हैव डन दैट आल्सो. तो मैं तो दोनों की तरफ ले रहा हूँ ना यार, मैं दोनों का बात बोल रहा हूँ कि उसको ऐसा करना चाहिए, उसको ऐसा करना चाहिए. इसमें कहाँ गलत हो रहा है, राइट? ये तुम थोड़ा सा पढ़ना स्टार्ट करो, थोड़ा सा पॉइंट्स नोट करना स्टार्ट करो अच्छे कॉपी के ऊपर, एंड कॉपी लगाओ. और जो मैंने भेजा है तुम लोगों को, वीडियोस भेजा है, उनको लिखना स्टार्ट करो. यू नेवर नो व्हाट थिंग हेल्प्स यू वेयर. आज का जीडी अभी खत्म होगा, आप लोग आधा घंटा देंगे, half an hour you will give. You will go to the internet and you will put there information about the parliament, information about the democracy, Indian democracy. You will put couple of lines, you will get it there. Like how many MPs we have, how many parliament has Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, how many MPs in Lok Sabha, how many MPs in Rajya Sabha, when our constitution was formed, constitution has 3 organs, then what is the role of democracy, what is those kind of things you write in your copy actually. Not only that will help you to get a job, but as a learned citizen, later on wherever you will go, you need some level of knowledge in this. That is also important, because tomorrow you are going to join public sectors, you will become chief, you know, some high level pay position pay in the public sector. You have to deal with government actually, so you should know what your system is, what your government is. You should be aware about that, right? Anything else you want to ask? Keep watching all your GDs which are available on the YouTube, our new channel, and keep seeing that meticulously. और जो मैं लास्ट टाइम बताता हूँ उसको नोट कर लिया करो चीज को, और अपनी परफॉर्मेंस देखा करो कि मैं बोल क्यों नहीं रहा हूँ यार, आई एम नॉट स्पीकिंग, आई एम नॉट पार्टिसिपेटिंग, सो दैट आई एम माय मिस्टेक. जैसे क्रिकेटर अपनी रिकॉर्डिंग देखता है और देखता है मैंने गलत शॉट खेला, वैसे अपनी रिकॉर्डिंग चेक किया करो एंड चेक इट आउट व्हाट यू आर सपोज्ड टू डन. So then I ended up the session. And one more thing, if you have given your name for the GD, please come for the GD. The only trouble comes is it is not effective if number is less. 7 to 8 number is required for good group discussion. If number is 4, number is 3, you will not be in position to participate properly. So I want 8 students in GD, right? That has to be there. Okay, then I'll see you tomorrow. We'll do GD tomorrow, right?